I predicted that the Chiefs would defeat the Titans in a competitive, close, high-scoring game, 38-31, and the Chiefs would make more great plays than the Titans. I was right about the Chiefs would make more great plays than the Titans. I was right about this being a high-scoring game. It wasn't 38-31, still 35-24 that the Chiefs won, so that's still a high-scoring game, and this was a competitive, close game in the first half. It wasn't in the second half. First half, first quarter, Titans, they were able to effectively move the football. They did. Early first quarter, and Titans kick a field goal. They lead 3-0. Then again in the first quarter, the Titans move the football, and Derrick Henry rushes to the left for a 4-yard touchdown. Titans lead 10-0. That makes me extremely happy. The Titans are leading in this game, AFC Championship game. Chiefs able to respond. They move the football, and Patrick Mahomes passes to Tyreek Hill down the middle for an 8-yard touchdown. So now the lead is decreased down to 10-7. Second quarter, Titans able to respond because Titans move the football. Ryan Tannehill passes to Dennis Kelly to the left for a 1-yard touchdown. Titans lead 17-7 again for the second time. In the first half, they lead by 10 points. No issue for the Chiefs because they move the football. Patrick Mahomes passes to Tyreek Hill to the left for a 20-yard touchdown. So lead again is decreased 3 points, 17-14. And then again, the Chiefs move the football late second quarter, and Patrick Mahomes rushes to the left for a 27-yard touchdown. Chiefs lead now 21-17, which was a huge momentum changer because the Chiefs would lead for... This is the first time the Chiefs led in this game, and then they would lead for the rest of the entire game after they led 21-17. Not just that, because both of these teams didn't score at all in the third quarter, except no issue because in the fourth quarter, Chiefs moved the football, and Damian Williams rushes to the right for a 3-yard touchdown. Chiefs lead now 28-17, early fourth quarter. So I still have some optimism that the Titans could be able to come back because they're only losing 28-17 with a lot of time left in the fourth quarter, so I'm still optimistic. But again, Chiefs able to effectively contain the Titans. They're not able to get into field goal range. They're not able to get in red zone, which really frustrated me a high amount. And then again, the Chiefs move the football, and this is another big backbreaker play. Patrick Mahomes passes to Sammy Watkins down the middle for a 60-yard touchdown to mostly ice the game, 35-17 with 7:33 left, mainly because that's a high amount of points that the Titans would have to come back to either take the lead or force overtime. Titans they were able to get a first down with an effective trick play. They moved the football. Ryan Tannehill passes to Anthony Ferkser to the right for a 22-yard touchdown. 35-24 with 4:18 left. Except it didn't matter because the Chiefs defense was able to defend. So the Titans weren't able to score a second touchdown in the second half to even threaten that they were going to win this game. So just a great game by the Chiefs because, as you can see, that the Chiefs end up scoring 4 touchdowns before the Titans would end that by scoring a touchdown, which came in the late fourth quarter, so it was really too late. And the Chiefs defense ended up playing great because they held Derrick Henry to 69. Derrick Henry ended up rushing 19 times for 69 yards, 1 touchdown. The longest he ran is for 13 yards of those 69 yards that he rushed for. So Chiefs defense ended up playing a great game, ended up holding Henry to under 100 yards since they held him to 1 touchdown and 69 yards rushing exactly, and with as high as being only 13 yards, which is long, but it's not as long as he could have, as he had versus the Ravens and the Patriots. So a great game for the Chiefs defense, along with the fact that Chiefs end up outscoring them in both the first half 21-17 and second half 14-7, making it, along with the fact that the Chiefs, they end up making the great plays also on their offense because Mahomes, he had that great long run for a touchdown. He also ended up throwing a long pass for a touchdown to Sammy Watkins that mostly iced the game, and he had 2 other passes for touchdowns that he also threw, along with the other passes that he was completing and running when he had to, running for valuable yards. So Mahomes, he had a great game. The Chiefs offense had a great game, showing that they could score with both running and passing. And Titans, they had to rely more on Tannehill moving the football with passing. They weren't able to effectively do that because they didn't get in the field goal range or red zone for the entire third quarter. And with the one time that they did score the touchdown in the fourth quarter, all the other times they had the football, the only time they got into field goal range or in the red zone for the entire fourth quarter was that only touchdown that they scored. So it was just really highly frustrating that the Titans weren't able to ever get this lead. They weren't ever able to take the lead at all in the second half, and gave me the highly disappointing result because the Titans weren't able to lead at all in the second half, and they got outplayed by the Chiefs. They got outplayed by the Chiefs in the entire second half, and along with they never led in the second half. So it was a result of what I predicted, except it didn't make it any less disappointing. And really not surprised at all because the Chiefs, they really weren't that far away from going to the Super Bowl last year, except they just weren't able to finish against the Patriots. Season later, I predicted that the Chiefs would win the Super Bowl versus the Rams, and they would make also the fact that they would make the needed great plays in the AFC Championship game, so the game doesn't go to overtime. And I was right; they made all the great plays needed, so the game doesn't go to overtime, or they don't lose that game in regulation, which they did in the AFC Championship game against the Titans. So I'm really not surprised at all about the results, except it doesn't make it any less disappointing because I still wanted the Titans to win, except they didn't because the Chiefs ended up outplaying them, winning 35-24. And what was proven to be the Chiefs' year because they ended up also coming back and defeated the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So still a high, winning 31-20. So it was still extremely even though it was what I predicted, it doesn't make it any less disappointing, including the fact that the Titans end up getting outplayed for the entire second half and for late in the first, along with late in the second quarter, since they end up getting outscored. Since they end up getting outscored 14 points to 7 points, was the result I predicted. Doesn't make it any less disappointing. But I'm still extremely happy with the Titans. They got all the way to the AFC Championship game, and they did that because they ended up beating the Patriots on the road in New England, and they ended up defeating a great Ravens team in Baltimore, the number 1 seed Ravens team in Baltimore. So they got all the way to the AFC Championship game, lost to the Chiefs. That's disappointing, but I'm still extremely happy with the season the Titans had, since they defeated the Patriots in the wildcard game. They defeated a great Ravens team in Baltimore to get all the way to the AFC Championship game in Kansas City. So they had a great season in that way. It's still frustrating they didn't win the Super Bowl, but I'm still extremely happy the Titans end up having what I would call a great season because they got all the way to AFC Championship game playing the team that won the Super Bowl. So disappointed that they lost to the Chiefs, but this was still a great season for the Titans, and Vrabel achieved the greatness that he wanted with the Titans because they got to an AFC Championship game for the first time since the 2002 season. And how they got to that AFC Championship game, they defeated the Patriots, holding them to 1 touchdown in New England in a wildcard game. They defeated the Ravens, the number 1 seeded Ravens, a great Ravens team in Baltimore. They outscored them for touchdowns, and the Ravens only scored 1 touchdown in that game, in that second round divisional playoffs game. So it was a great season I'm still calling this a great season for the Titans, even though they weren't able to win the Super Bowl because they ended up getting all the way to the AFC Championship game and playing the team that won the Super Bowl. And congrats to the Chiefs winning that Super Bowl, ending that long drought